happy Tuesday. It's a choosy Tuesday, everybody. Good morning, all you crack of daughters. I know it's not the crack of dawn. It's load shedding at your best. Welcome to the Crack of Dawn show, guys. You're currently streaming live with us right here in Lenasia South on Actonville TV. It's for everyone. I'm your host, Kimera, Heeralal, and I'd like you to join the conversation and interact with us on the show, as this is a variety show where we talk about weird things, cool things, interesting things, things that can help you. It's a full variety show, yeah? Alright, so we got a full hour and a great lineup for you guys. As you know, we always open up our show with a grand prank. You know Wackett Simpson, right? And then we always have our wonderful team from America, and today it's being hosted by Aiden Hansen, and he is talking about human-alien hybrids that are walking amongst us, right? And it's quite an interesting topic because you never know. I mean, I'm quite weird, so you never know. I could be an alien too. Alright, so then not forgetting, we have lots of musical entertainment for you guys to keep you going like this, wherever you might be. Some of you might not like where you are. Some people don't like their job. Some people get up in the morning and they're like, you know? So, that's why this show was created, to make you go like, no matter what you do. Alright, and then not forgetting, we end up our show with our stand-up comedian from Durban, Auntie Sheila. Alright, so before we get to it, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick break. When we come back, the Senseless Soul will start. Welcome back, you crocodiles! Woohoo! Alright, it's that time of the show where we open up with a nice bang, a nice laugh, and a great prank. Coming up this morning, Wackett Simpson's Senseless Survey.
Good morning, Dr. and how may I assist you?
Hello, I'm calling you from the Senseless Bureau, and I'm Agent 3146, and I would like to just ask you a few questions for your country. It'll only take about 30 seconds.
Yes.
Why do you think it took so long for humans to put 4 wheels on luggage?
I wouldn't be sure, sir.
Are Kim, Courtney, and Chloe worse than the KKK?
Yes.
Okay.
She said yes.
If you agree that money can't buy happiness, don't you think that it is more comfortable to cry in an Audi rather than on a bike?
Yes.
Can we agree that there is no cool way to chase a bouncing ping pong ball?
Yes.
Have you ever enjoyed a glass of wine on the toilet?
No.
If Gillette made toilet paper, do you realize that we would be up to 4 or 5 ply by now?
Okay.
What is a better feeling, true love or when the waiter arrives with the food?
You're really asking me this question.
Yeah, I just need to know these answers.
When the food arrives.
And in Back to the Future, they said we would have a flying car by 2015. Are you nervous that we won't make it? Because it's 2013 and all we've managed to perfect was a blanket with sleeves.
I think you're gonna make it.
Can we just have a moment of silence for all the games of Jenga that earthquakes have ruined?
Okay.
Perfect. And how did you manage to get the body of an Olympic athlete's mom?
I don't have it.
Okay, and how exciting would cycling be if they said, okay, everybody can use drugs?
I wouldn't be excited.
Do you think Michael Bublé has ever said, I'm going to take a buble bath.
Excellent.
And she went back to bed.
You were fantastic.
Thank you, Sam.
Whack It Simpson, everybody, live right here on Atom Bull TV. It's for everyone. Great pranks and great jokes early in the morning, every single weekday from Monday to Friday, right here on the Crack of Dawn show on Atom Bull TV, guys. It's for everyone. All right, so as we are getting into human-alien hybrids that are apparently walking amongst us, I've got some information from a professor stating that, they say aliens are amongst us and abducting people from Earth, says professor. I think this professor's name, it's Dr. David Jacobs, who's a professor of a history at Temple University in Pennsylvania. So that's going to be quite of a show. Don't forget, I got Aiden Hansen joining me as he wants to host the show with us. So yeah, it's going to be an epic show about human aliens. Yeah, they are real. When we come back, straight after this. Welcome back, guys! Woo! It is a Tuesday. It is an orange Tuesday. It's a beautiful day. And this is Atom Bull TV. It's for everyone, guys. Alright, this is the Crack of Dawn show for those of you who don't know. And I'm your host, Kimera, Heeralal, taking you through talking about human aliens. As they are real. They say so. Yeah, well, I'm going to show you what I got, but you're going to tell me later after the show if you believe me. Alright, let's open up the show as we're talking about, we finished open up the show with Whack It Simpson, right? Let's open up the topic of conversation rather. Now, I promised you guys I was going to share a story about a professor actually telling us that human aliens are actually real. So a professor has made some frightening, or should we say frighteningly, bold claims, right? Now, not only are alien hybrids walking amongst us, but they also abducting humans and utilizing mind control powers to prepare for a mass takeover, apparently. Alright, so, when I say apparently, I mean apparently. Okay, so Dr. David Jacobs, a professor of a history at Temple University in Pennsylvania, which I mentioned before, he specializes in UFO, they call it ufology. You know UFOs? Yeah. So he said this has, it's written several. This professor has written several books on alien abductions. All right. Now, speaking on extraordinary, as we are talking about it right now, the revelations of Dr. Jacobs, they call him Dr. Jacobs, claimed that we have spread around the world and conquered as much as we can. We don't know whether this is true or of other beings or not, but it certainly is true of what humans have actually done. So my best guess, they say, is this is a guess, okay? And yes, we're doing the same thing. Let's see how this goes and how far this actually takes us. And if this is really true, let's take a look at Aiden Hansen, all the way in America, sharing with us human alien hybrids that are walking amongst us. Coming in at number 5, we're talking about the Mark Zuckerberg.
It's no secret now that UFOs and aliens are something that really exist on Earth. And with the long hidden secret of aliens existing on our planet coming to light, that begs the question of if aliens have been walking among humankind, and for how long. But what if I told you, aliens not only disguise amongst us, but there actually exist human-alien hybrids that not only exist today, but have existed for thousands upon thousands of years. What's up guys, I'm Aiden, and let's all grab our tinfoil hats and take the dive into the top 5 human-alien hybrids that walk among us. Starting off at number 5, Mark Zuckerberg. Now, I know this might sound a little far-fetched, but trust me when I say that Zuck is the most obvious human-alien hybrid on this entire list. Mark Zuckerberg's status as one of these hybrids raises intriguing questions about the nature of our society and the extent of extraterrestrial involvement on Earth. Zuckerberg's hybrid heritage also has profound implications for his role as a tech titan. His unique blend of human and alien characteristics provide him with advanced cognitive abilities, allowing him to envision and develop groundbreaking technologies that transcend our current understanding. These abilities act as the driving force behind his success in founding Meta Platforms Incorporated, formerly known as Facebook, and his capacity to shape the digital landscape. The widely known conspiracy theory that Zuckerberg is a reptilian actually stems from the distinctive features of his alien lineage. I mean, just look at the guy. His physical appearance exhibits reptilian traits such as scaly skin or distinctive eye patterns, which have led some to speculate about his true identity. This speculative aspect of his heritage might add an air of mystique to his public persona, contributing to the intrigue surrounding his life. However, skeptics often demand concrete proof of Zuckerberg's hybrid identity, as most of the evidence we have is his masterminding of his way to being the biggest name in the tech industry, and of course, his weird behavior and looks. Some chalk it up to him being just a weird guy, but here at Top 5 Scary, I think the answer is clear. Debates over Zuckerberg's hybrid nature persist, adding a layer of fascination and uncertainty to his public image. But what do you guys think? Is Zuckerberg an alien, reptile, or is this all just a bunch of nonsense? Let me know in the comments.
Oh my god, okay, I don't know if this is really true. You tell me, you do comment at the bottom as Aiden told you to do so. Let us know what's your thoughts and what's your take on the information that we're sharing with you today. As for me, this is just plain research. I have not seen aliens with my own 2 eyes, but yeah, it's possible. With other things that I have seen, I give it a big ups. Alright, so there's this thing called hybridization. Okay, hybridization program. Now anyway, they say this is striking the first person testimony from on and off the planet from contrasting sources. Let's put it like that. Now, there is they call it a dichotomy in the study of ET hybrids, right? And the two views diametrically evaluate the ET presence as a threat or as a benefit, depending on the source and the motives of those races producing these new neighbors that, well, basically they say walk amongst us. Now, Professor David Jacobs has described the cookie cutter, they call it the cookie cutter mothership. What a tongue twister, hey? And they say it's mass-produced products of service to self-graze. In his 2 books, The Threat and the more recently in this book, Walking Amongst Us, the alien plan to actually control humanity. Now, these hive mind immigrants, which he calls hybrids, are acclimated into society by abductees pressed into service, not raised by a parenting process and conventional education. He also says that he has chosen first-person testimony from about a dozen abductee trainees that best characterize the cross-section of his data and supplied copies or copious verbatim quotes from his transcripts along with his own commentary. Coming in at number 4, the Neanderthals.
Next up at number 4, Neanderthals. About 40,000 years ago in Europe, 2 distinct groups of humans came face to face in a forest, an event that left both sides bewildered. On one side stood the Homo sapiens, our ancestors known as Cro-Magnons, with their similar appearance but distinct communication methods. They were modern humans, equipped with advanced tools and hunting skills. On the other side, the Neanderthals, a group that had been living in Europe for 200,000 years and had evolved differently, adapting to the northern climate with larger bodies, prominent noses, and larger brains than Homo sapiens. Contrary to popular belief, Neanderthals were not brutish cavemen. The stooped depiction of a Neanderthal was based on the examination of an elderly individual with severe arthritis. Evidence suggests that the Neanderthals cared for their elders, providing specialized food and support for them. They even practiced burial rituals with care, laying their deceased to rest with flowers and evergreens in Iraq. Neanderthals might have had a more tonal and musical language, with gestures suggesting a form of communication that was possibly more tender than that of Homo sapiens. When the two groups encountered each other, the crucial question arose: friend or foe? Anthropologists have debated the outcome. Some suggest that Homo sapiens may have attacked or outcompeted Neanderthals. Some researchers present an alternative theory, that they may have integrated through mating, eventually merging into a single species, the one we have today. Genetic evidence lends credence to this hypothesis. Most humans today, particularly those of European and Asian descent, carry 1 to 4% Neanderthal DNA in their cells. This genetic legacy serves as a compelling testament to an ancient encounter and possible cooperation between Homo sapiens and Neanderthals, suggesting that they may indeed be the result of a remarkable fusion between our species and, you guessed it, an intelligent alien species. That's right, Neanderthals... That's right, I'm sorry. That's right, Neanderthals are not merely an extinct branch of our family tree, but a representation of a unique amalgamation of Homo sapiens and an intelligent alien species. This paradigm-shifting perspective challenges our conventional understanding of human evolution and prompts us to reconsider the profound impact of encounters with intelligent life beyond Earth on the development and survival of our species, Homo sapiens.
Well, as we're talking about space aliens, do they really walk among us? I mean, indeed they say. This claims retired Temple professor, well, they say the belief that aliens want to take over our planet is either a pop culture footnote or the most important thing that's ever happened to humankind, says David M. Jacobs. Now, the way that David M. Jacobs sees it, aliens from outer space have been kidnapping humans for eons and sexually molesting them to create human-alien hybrids that walk amongst us today undetected and will soon take over the earth. He knows this sounds crazy, right? But he long ago quit caring that exactly what people think of him. So as a director of the International Center for Abduction Research, Jacobs is now 71 years old and has made it his life's mission to investigate the claims of extraterrestrial abduction. Now, what he says, what I'm doing will either be very, very interesting but non-essential footnote to popular culture, or most important thing that's ever happened to mankind. You never know. He says, I see it as the latter, said Jacobs, who's now working on his 5th book, tentatively titled The New People. Now he says, while most people might write off UFO believers as deluded, also conspiracy theorist cooks, Jacobs isn't your typical believer. He was a tenured professor at Temple University, where he taught American history for 36 years before retiring in 2011. He's a married father of 2 who lives in the pictures, and he's 134 years old right now. So Victorian, just over the Philadelphia line in Windmore, and he makes his case with well reason. Check out his books if you must. Well, coming in at number 3 with Aiden Hansen, he has Abductions Visions.
Number 3, abduction visions. In the chilling world of alien abductions, a deeply unsettling phenomenon emerges: encounters with hybrids. Abductees, regardless of their age or gender, recount their harrowing experiences with these unnerving beings during their abduction ordeals. These encounters revolve around a presentation, a disturbing interaction that exposes the abductee to hybrid entities displaying a nightmarish fusion of human and extraterrestrial features, typically associated with the elusive Greys. The presentation phase, a spine-chilling element within the abduction narrative, has sparked chilling debates among researchers. Some, like folklorist Thomas Bullard, contend that it is a relatively recent addition to abduction accounts, adding an even more sinister twist to these terrifying encounters. For those who endure this phase, it constitutes a profoundly unsettling experience, a descent into a chilling nightmare realm. The hybrids manifest a grotesque blend of human and alien traits, plunging abductees into a terrifying abyss of existential dread. As they reach their malevolent maturity, they become deeply entrenched in these operations, no longer serving subjects for presentation to the abductees, but rather as harbingers of fear and despair. Reports from abductees recount these hybrids residing in malevolent facilities or chambers, where clusters of them may be present. Some ghastly narratives detail incubation chambers, horrific spaces filled with grotesque, fluid-filled containers harboring the grotesque and malformed hybrid entities, suggesting a horrific and twisted reproductive process orchestrated by the abductors. During the presentation phase, the abductors manifest sinister expectations of the abductees. They may be forced to engage in sinister displays of affection toward the hybrid entities, either through physical contact or by being forced into disturbingly close engagement. In some cases, the hybrids torment the abductee's psyche with a nightmarish mind scan, delving into their deepest fears and emotions. Female abductees may even be coerced into unspeakable acts, ushering horror toward the hybrid, a grim spectacle that spawns a maelstrom of dread and despair. These encounters with hybrids have spawned speculation that these aliens walk among the Earth, and that these hybrids that they see during their abductions are actual humans that exist on the Earth, spawning the question of, do these hybrids emerge from a horrific alchemy of invasive reproductive procedures, a monstrous synthesis of human and alien elements that defies comprehension? The phenomenon of these hybrids remains one of the most bone-chilling and inscrutable aspects of the alien abduction experience, casting a pall of terror that envelops both extraterrestrial life and human existence in a never-ending nightmare.
Now, some people say aliens are actually breeding with humans to save Earth. This was according to Oxford professor claims. Now, I actually find it quite cool because if you look at mankind and how things are turning out, it ain't so good. As we should be leaning to spirituality instead of the material world, but hey, that's my opinion, yeah. Anyway, extraterrestrials are actually breeding with human beings to produce a super species which could one day save the planet from climate change. Now, this was according to an Oxford University professor. Alien-human hybrids could already be walking amongst us, as they say, and Dr. Yong-Hee Chi, an academic at Oxford's Oriental Institute, has made this claim. Now, Dr. Chi openly believes that there is a strong correlation between alien abductions and changes to the Earth's climate. The Oxford Student, a campus newspaper, actually reported this. Now, in a lecture given to the conference in 2012, Dr. Chi said, it is not only scientists and theologians that actually also non-human species who appear to be greatly concerned about the survivability of the human species. A more recent attempt by the professor to have the subject discussed at the prestigious university's debate club was rejected last year, the Oxford student said so. So Dr. Chi, who is from South Korea, told the newspaper that aliens are just next to us, but we can't actually see them. He said that if they are far, they shouldn't be concerned about us. I don't think they are far from away. They are just next to us. We just can't see them, as an actual fact. Probably in another realm. You never know. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, Aiden Hansen will take us to his last two options, showing us his human alien hybrids. Let's take a quick break.
The ultimate accessory. The latest shiny thing. Mesmerized, trying to keep up, but never getting ahead in an endless cycle of spending. In this world of constant upgrades, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Welcome back, you crocodiles. If you just joined us, welcome. You're a little late, but I don't blame you because of the schedules being changed. Well, guys, we are still streaming live in the nation south on Atomville TV. It's for everyone. This is the Crocodile Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. Join the conversation by interacting with us in studio today by commenting at the bottom of the screen right there. Or if you want to hashtag your comments and views anonymously as we're talking about aliens, I don't blame you. Use our WhatsApp line, which you'll find at the bottom right right on your screen throughout the entire show. Alright, so as we're talking about human alien hybrids that are actually walking amongst us, I'd like to hear from the public. Well, do you believe in aliens? If not, if yes, explain why. Because there are things, especially with our climate changing and stuff like that, and the way the earth is turning out, kind of alien. if you ask me, I don't know. Anyway, let's get back into it, right? So we were mentioning that a lot of professors have been doing these studies showing us proof that there are aliens. Quite awesome, quite epic, well, if I might say so myself. Alright, so getting back into it, we've got Aiden Hansen standing by waiting to come through and share with us about his information. But before we get to him, let's look at the alien human hybrids. They call it a plot to conquer Earth. Lots of people are saying this, but I feel that they're probably here to either help us or they're using us to help them. Not everything is out to get you, you know. So stop being so paranoid. Anyway, so if you look at the alien human hybrids, they say that it is a plot to conquer Earth, as they say. Now, yes, it sounds like a science fiction movie, we get it, but a preeminent ufologist believes that for over 100 years, aliens, actually abductees they call it, they are around the world and have had their DNA harvested, manipulated by aliens all over. Anyway, Dr. David M. Jacobs, who I mentioned before, is in his research on UFOs and aliens abductions, and he still continues to do so. So Google Dr. David M. Jacobs. You'll find a lot of information, a lot of research, a lot of proof that aliens do exist. Yeah. Coming in at number 2, alien abductees with Aiden Hansen. Check it out.
While on the topic of alien abductions, let's move on to number 2, alien abductees themselves. And now, I know that the notion of alien-human hybrids walking among us today may sound like science fiction, but according to Young-Hae Chi, an instructor at the University of Oxford in England, this outlandish claim is a reality. Chi, who teaches Korean at the university, believes that aliens are conducting a secret breeding program to create hybrid beings capable of surviving the impacts of climate change. Reports of alien abductions have persisted for years, with up to 6% of all Americans claiming to have experienced such encounters. These abductions typically involve extraterrestrials taking captives aboard their saucers, extracting juice from men, and impregnating women to produce hybrid offspring. The motives behind these bizarre breeding experiments have sparked various theories, including aliens facing reproductive challenges on their home planet, or a plot to create hybrids that would assist them in taking over Earth. While scientists generally dismiss these claims due to a lack of concrete evidence, Chi has embraced the idea. He points to the increasing number of reported alien abductions over several decades as a key piece of evidence. She relies on the work of David Jacobs, a retired Temple University historian who has interviewed over 1,000 abduction claimants using hypnotic regression to unearth their memories of encounters with aliens. Chi ties the growing number of abductees documented by Jacobs to the rise in atmospheric greenhouse gases, particularly carbon dioxide. He posits that these abductions are a response to climate change rather than a cause. According to Chi, the aliens are creating hybrids capable of thriving in a warmer world. These hybrids, with a blend of alien and human genetics, would be more resilient to the challenges posed by climate change. However, critics argue that this theory oversimplifies the complexities of climate change. While hybrids might withstand temperature increases, they do not address the core climate issues, such as rising sea levels and the impact on crops and ecosystems. Chi's theory also relies on a correlation between abduction reports and rising CO2 levels, a link that may be coincidental rather than causal. Chi's assertion that alien-human hybrids live among us, appearing almost indistinguishable from humans by the second generation, raises further skepticism. The inability to identify these hybrids conveniently raises doubts about the theory's credibility. In the end, Chi's theory remains an intriguing, yet highly speculative notion. Whether or not we are sharing our world with alien-human hybrids is a mystery that, for now, eludes scientific validation. Bet you didn't expect this video to delve into climate change science, but here we are anyways.
As we're talking about aliens taking over, or human alien hybrids that are walking amongst us, I think it's quite cool because, I mean, if they're becoming a part of us, I don't think they want to take over us. They would join us. I come in peace. You know what I mean? Alright, so they say, there's another article I actually found in an article in the newspaper. Okay, so they say aliens stealing human sperm and eggs to create human hybrid race on Earth. Sorry, I had to laugh. Okay, let me stop it now. Aiden, we need to behave and be professional. Alright, because I noticed he also started giggling during his presentation. But anyway, aliens stealing human sperm and eggs to create human hybrid race on Earth. Quite powerful. Anyway, an alien expert has claimed that the extraterrestrial are stealing sperm and eggs to create their very own human hybrid race that can assimilate into culture around the planet with ease. So they also continue to say that aliens are stealing human sperm and eggs in, well, they call it midnight raids to create a human hybrid race. So they're doing this at night apparently. I hope they know there's different night times. But anyway, they say this could already be living amongst us and working in our local chip shop. Experts claim this. They also say that UFO specialist Colin Saunders says that the egg-pinching extraterrestrials are planning on taking over the planet because humans are actually destroying it. I don't blame them, it is true. Look at us in load shedding. They also say, well, he also says, people are so clueless about the program that the alien hybrids could be our wives or our husbands or hell, even our mother-in-laws. So Colin, who has published a book on his own experience of the triangle crafts, he says that they look just like us, okay? And they also say, so there's no way to actually tell them apart whether they're human or alien. You know what, I actually think it's quite cool even if they were amongst us, because if they're here and they can better our planet, and let's say because I'm South African, better my damn country, oh yeah, I don't mind an alien or two being down here. I think that would be quite epic, you know. They'll fix everything. I mean, they have these certain abilities, special powers. They can do things which we take months or years to do, yeah? Sometimes some things we can't even do that they can, which will be quite epic. So if I'm an alien, I think I've got to find out my abilities, y'all. Oh, it'll be a crack-a-dawn show. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick, before we get to the break, let's finish off with Aiden Hansen. Stand by for me, please don't laugh, Aiden. I know this is quite a comical show, but coming in at number 1, YOU.
And finishing things off at number 1, you. Yes, you. On top of those with Neanderthal blood and all of you alien abduction survivors, there is a decent chance that each and every one of us are actually alien-human hybrids. This is thanks to the ancient aliens that inhabited the Earth thousands of years ago, known as the Anunnaki. The concept that all humans are potential alien-human hybrids, thanks to the intervention of the Anunnaki, ancient astronauts from thousands of years ago, is a captivating theory that has intrigued many. According to this hypothesis, the Anunnaki, an extraterrestrial race, visited Earth in the distant past and played a pivotal role in shaping human civilization. Proponents of this theory argue that the Anunnaki engaged in genetic manipulation, blending their own extraterrestrial DNA with that of early humans. This extraordinary intervention allegedly resulted in the creation of a hybrid species, combining the genetic attributes of the Anunnaki with those of indigenous Earthlings. The Anunnaki, as described in Sumerian mythology, were revered as godlike beings who descended from the heavens. These celestial visitors were believed to possess advanced knowledge and technology, which they generously shared with humanity. It suggested that this divine interaction led to the rapid advancement of human society, including the development of agriculture, architecture, and various other fundamental aspects of civilization. Proponents of the theory often cite interpretations of ancient texts and artifacts as evidence. They argue that these historical records contain hidden references to the Anunnaki's involvement in human affairs, depicting encounters between humans and these advanced extraterrestrial beings. The idea of human-alien hybridization has a powerful allure and resonates with those who seek an unconventional explanation for human origins. While it remains a speculative hypothesis, it continues to captivate the imagination, offering a unique perspective on the possibility of our connection to celestial visitors from eons past. So yeah, guys, looks like we're all aliens after all. No one is safe. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to comment down below which of these alien-human hybrid facts shocked you the most, and while you're down there, why don't you like and subscribe too. I'll see you all in the next one.
Aiden Hansen, everybody, all the way from the United States of America, sharing with us the human hybrids that are walking amongst us, and he sent us his top 5. We got Prahlad Singh coming in on Facebook, giving us a thumbs up. Yo, thank you so much, Mr. Singh. What an honor and a pleasure to have you on the show with us. Thanks for commenting. All right, so before we cut off from the human hybrids, right? There's this other Oxford professor, right, who also says that he believes alien human hybrid species will actually save our Earth. which I also agree with. I don't always think they're out to get us, guys. Stop making these stupid movies. It's the movies that make you think this way. You see? Because you know nothing about aliens. How can you just assume they're going to take over the world? They want to say, we come in peace. Really? Alright, so they say the search for signs of intelligent life in the universe may have to skip Oxford University. A spacey professor at the Austria-British institution claims bug-like aliens walk amongst us and says that they're having very close encounters with humans, interbreeding to actually create a new hybrid species that could one day save Earth from climate change and, well, other disasters. So the visitors are hardly altruists, and they are meddling in our affairs because they share a comprehensive biosphere with humans, according to Dr. Yong-Hu Chi, an instructor in Korean in Oxford's Oriental Institute. I think we gotta pay this Dr. Chi a visit because he seems to know a lot about this alien stuff. Anyways, guys, well, let's take a quick break. When we come back, lots of music, entertainment to keep you vibed up and positive in the morning. Let's go straight after this commercial break.
I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Oh, because you're mine. Because you're mine.
Welcome back, you cracker diners. I believe there are a couple babies watching the show. Welcome to the show, Baba. Alright. Welcome to the show, everyone. You are currently still streaming live with us in Lenasia South, baby, on Actonville TV. It's for everyone. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. Join the conversation by interacting with us in studio today, as you can comment at the bottom of the screen, or if you want to hashtag your views and comments anonymously, you're welcome to do so. With the WhatsApp line right there, boom, you'll find it there throughout the entire show. Alright, so let's get into it as we want to keep you well entertained on the Crack of Dawn show. Everybody knows the Foo Fighters. I'm a very big fan. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the Foo Fighters, and well, it's called Foo Fighters, The Pretender. It's being covered today by Marcella from Netherlands. Check it out.
Keep you in the dark, you know they all pretend. Keep you in the dark, and so it all began. Sending your skeletons, sing as their bones go marching in again. They need you buried deep. The secrets that you keep are ever ready. Are you ready? I'm finished making sense. Don't bleeding ignorance that old defense. Spinning infinity, boy. The wheel is spinning me. It's never ending, never ending. Same old story. What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one of your place? You're the pretender. What if I say I'll never surrender? What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one of your place? You're the pretender. What if I say I'll never surrender? I'm the voice inside your head you refuse to hear. I'm the face that you have to face, mirror in your stare. I'm what's left, I'm what's right, I'm friend.